Now this is cool.
Jen Zurko here, editor of Growertalks.
And Bill Calkins with Tech on Demand.
And Bill, it's the middle of June. The rain clouds are away. The humidity is here, as you can tell by my melting makeup. What are we doing and where are we today?
Well, we're in the Gardens at Ball here in West Chicago, and we are at Darwin Perennials Day.
And this is the 12th annual Darwin Perennials Day. And you've got some numbers that you want to share.
Well, I've got some numbers that I made up and then some official
Oh, okay,
numbers.
here we go.
There are thousands of plants, hundreds of growers, landscapers, designers, nursery growers, and then there are more than 30 of the leading perennial suppliers that are all in the Ball seed supply chain that are here collaborating for Darwin Perennials Day.
And the word is collaboration,
It is.
right? And that's 30 suppliers is the most they've had here at Darwin Perennials Day. And that is something that a couple of the people that we kind of talked to, with when we were walking around, they love that the suppliers are here. And the collaboration, right? That's the key word. So
Yeah, it brings all the new varieties and all the opportunities to network about perennials.
Okay. Well, we'll walk around and see what we can see, talk to a couple people, and let's start.
Let's go.
All right.
It's exciting to be here at Darwin Perennials Day with the new sales and marketing manager for Darwin Perennials, but Mike's not new with Ball. He's been at Ball before, but in a different role. But now he's back. This is Mike Annis, the new sales and marketing manager with Darwin. How's it been so far?
It's been great. It's good to be back. I'm new again.
New again. So when we think about this event, you took, actually in your time away from Ball, you were working in the landscape industry. And we do have a lot of landscape visitors here in the gardens today. What are they looking for?
I think they're looking for the new tried and true varieties. I think there's varieties that have been around for a long time, and they're here to see what we have to offer to fill those roles.
Excellent. What are some of your favorites looking good in the gardens today?
Blue Bayou looks excellent. You can see it in the comparisons bed. Same with Junior Walker, also in the comparisons bed. And then a new one of my favorites is Purple Glow Geranium.
Excellent. And when we think about Darwin Perennials and some of the innovations that you've launched, obviously tons of breeding going on, and you new to this role, what excites you most about what Darwin's got going on right now or coming in the near future?
What excites me is bringing some new, really hardworking stuff to the end user with true garden performance, things that you get to enjoy rather than worry about.
Awesome. Well, we are looking forward to taking some more walks through the gardens, seeing a lot of these new awesome plants from Darwin Perennials.
Absolutely.
So thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
One of the things that Bill and I mentioned at the beginning was the 30 supplier booths that are here at Darwin Perennials Day. And it goes in line with the theme of collaboration, not even with just Darwin, but also with Ball Seed. And these suppliers provide all kinds of perennial formats, everything from seed, bulbs, liners, tissue culture, from offshore, from all over the country. And this is one of the highlights of Darwin Days, at least from what a lot of people have told us today.
Two of my absolute favorite new Darwin varieties are in the Gaillardia Guapa series, Flamenco Bicolor and Red. I actually snagged a tray of reds left over from a rooting hormone trial this week and can't wait to see how they look in my home garden. Guapas are Zone 5 perennials with big blooms on relatively compact mounding plants. They've got great heat tolerance, and I think the red will be a big seller. Look for these to be about 15 to 17 inches tall and wide, making them perfect for landscapes or really even in patio pots.
The Agastache Summerlong series was introduced by Darwin last year, but it was looking so good in the gardens at Ball that I had to talk about it. All 5 colors in the series are uniform performers in the landscape because they're timed to bloom together. And as their name implies, they flower all summer long. They'd also make great added texture for combinations, too. These are more like tender perennials, so hardy to Zone 7.
Who doesn't love perennial pollinator plants, especially when they show such awesome performance in the ground? One of Darwin's key new series intros is Penstemon Mountain Treats. It's interspecific breeding and first-year flowering. These are more of a medium size, maybe 20 to 24 inches tall, and bred in Pennsylvania for excellent environmental tolerance. There are 5 colors in the new series. There's rose, light pink, lavender, red, and fuchsia. You're going to want to plant these in full sun from zones 6A to 9B.
A standalone new introduction, Coreopsis sunfetti yellow bicolor has a mounding habit with these cute little two-toned flowers. The good folks at Darwin said sunfetti has good powdery mildew resistance too, hardy to Zone 5.
Here's one for the shade that's incredibly deer resistant, which back home in my suburban Cleveland garden is a major selling point. The deer roam in herds and treat gardens like big buffets, but I digress. Brunnera Frost King is the biggest Brunnera from Darwin this year, which is probably why they put King in the name, and it'll add a cool silver accent to shady landscapes. The foliage does have a lot of silver to complement the dark green. In the spring, Frost King has little blue flowers as well. It's super tough, it's Zone 4A hardy, and will get up to about 14 inches tall, and then spread 2 feet wide.
My shade pick is Heuchera Carnival Lime Zest. The Carnival series was introduced a few years ago, and they've continued to add to the line. With Lime Zest, they now have a variety with bright chartreuse foliage. It's got a vigorous habit and good heat tolerance in the shade, hardy to Zone 4.
When I think about the evolution of Darwin Perennials in the gardens at Ball over the last at least 10 years, this Darwin Perennials garden has become a spotlight, not only for this event, but throughout the summer, to take a look at new varieties in the perennial space. And in this bed, you see a ton of the most tried and true bulletproof perennials. And then what Darwin's been doing in their breeding is creating what they call better versions. Everything from salvia to nepeta, the lavenders. It's really a huge part of Darwin's breeding. Continuing to move through the Darwin Perennials beds, we'll get to a bed here, and it's one of a handful of comparison beds, which would make boss man Chris Beatties really happy to see. He loves comparison trials. But this is the Agastache comparison. They're also taking a look at products like dianthus in comparison, salvias, and then an amazing spotlight bed of some of the best of Darwin over the years. We've seen some of the tried and true, we've seen some of the better versions, we've seen comparison trials, but the lifeblood of our industry is new varieties, and that's somewhere that Darwin really excels. They have many beds showcasing their new varieties for 2026, and I think that's where most of the folks here are spending their time.
I'm with Mike Kloppmeyer, who has been at Ball for 36 years. And right now he's with Ball Floor Plant, but he's retiring at the end of June, which is in a couple weeks. Oh, how sad. How do you feel about that, Mike?
I feel good about it. It's been a great career, great company with Ball Horticultural Company. Great experiences mainly in the vegetative world of annuals, and then my 10-year stint with Darwin Perennials on the perennial side.
That's why I'm talking to you, because you were the first general manager of Darwin Perennials. You're the one that kind of helped bring Darwin Perennials to Ball and make it a division where Ball customers can get vegetative perennials,
yes,
right?
Yes, and it's been been a remarkable time in our industry, and to be part of a product form in perennials that super exciting, as we know it, and you can tell from the gardens here today, different shapes and sizes. And as I've always said with perennials, it's either complicated or it depends upon how growers can be successful with perennials, how to grow them, bring them into color, and take them to market. And it's such an exciting product line, and there's a really bright future in perennials, and particularly with Darwin Perennials, and Carl Botchke as the general manager now, and great team, product managers, supply chain, and being a reliable supplier of perennials into the North American market and actually the world market.
I think I interviewed you the first Darwin days.
Yep.
That was 12 years ago.
Was it 12? Okay.
Yeah, and the camera was on a tripod. We didn't have Osvaldo. Oh my gosh, it was terrible.
Well, that's true.
But so I mean, how much is it's grown so much? Did you ever think it was going to be like this?
No, the size of the crowd here today, it's really an industry-wide event with all the major perennial suppliers in the market here. Easier for growers, for sales reps to talk to their main suppliers and then see the garden performance of all different shapes and sizes of perennials. And the beds have come such a long way.
They have.
We were in ground, we had drainage problems, plants didn't do very well, but on these raised beds, great irrigation, great growing by the team here at Ball. It's a fantastic place to learn a lot about perennials all in a single day.
So can I put you on the spot? What is your favorite one that you guys have introduced over the years?
My most favorite perennial introduced through the years, probably Echinacea sombrero.
I knew you were going to say that.
The red one.
Yes.
So that's my most favorite one.
And you're going to have that in your garden. And guess what? It's a perennial, so it'll come
It's
back
a perennial
every
will come back every year
So
if you handle it right and if I do it right, but I don't have a completely green thumb,
Oh, wow.
but I do my best.
Well, hopefully over the 36 years, you've learned something.
I've learned a little bit, quite a bit, so
Well,
it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, congratulations on your retirement. Well deserved, sir.
Thank you, Jen.
And it was good talking
All
to
right,
you.
likewise.
Take
Thank you
care.
very much.
Well, Bill, another Darwin Perennials Day in the books.
Yeah, number 12. We're looking forward to number 13
Yeah.
next year because you don't really get too many opportunities in our industry to really focus on one category of plants.
That's true. That's true.
And as perennials become more and more important for growers of all shapes and sizes and nurseries, I think events like these are going to continue to draw a crowd.
That's right. And it's a well-rounded event. It's got everything. So, well, until next time, probably Customer Day,
Yeah,
right?
We'll be back then.
Yeah, that's right. See you later.